Hurricane Katrina washed away my world 14 years ago. I spent 4 days in an attic waiting to be rescued, and then a week in a temporary shelter. It wasn't until I boarded a plane to DC that it really hit me. I remember thinking to myself that everything's gonna be back to normal. I'll have my life back once the water's gone. If only the reality were that simple. Instead, I found myself in a new city. The change was traumatic for me, but it was even harder for my family. So at 13, I entered the foster care system. I attended 3 different high schools. I had way too many foster parents. Nothing was certain and nothing was safe. I was lost. There were so many different voices telling me what I should do, the type of person I should be, the right choices I should make for myself. I didn't know who to turn to, who to listen to. Even teenage milestones like they're supposed to be happy were reminders that everyone saw me as just a foster child. Whether it was my driver's license, my prom dress, or my cap and gown for high school graduation, it was a constant fight to figure out who was going to pay for those things. It wasn't a simple decision that most kids get to make. So it was humiliating. It made me question my own worth at times. On top of the already complex trauma that I experienced, it was hard to overcome this new challenge that I was facing. But it was deeper than that. For me, everything felt temporary. I couldn't even enjoy the happiest moments when they were right there in front of me because I was worried that in the next moment, that happiness would be taken away. I was stuck in this constant state of anxiety. Every time I tried to pull myself out of it, it felt like the system was pulling me back down. At one point, I ran away. And I remember sitting at a bus stop with rain pouring all over me, thinking that this was it, that this would be my life forever. I came extremely close to taking my own life. I never would have imagined I would be where I am today. My close friends who are here with me today jokingly say that Lady Luck must be on my side or must be my guardian angel, but I know that it's not that simple. It was extremely hard work. But I was also very fortunate to meet some phenomenal people along the way who supported me through my roughest journeys and my roughest moments. 2 of those people were Sarah and Emily, my lawyers from Children's Law Center. Sarah's impact on my life, there are just no words. I was struggling a lot. I had a lot of highs, but I also had a lot of lows. I was battling depression and even harming myself. I needed help, but the Medicaid that most kids in foster care get left me with very few options. But fortunately, Sarah connected me with a therapist she knew who didn't take my insurance, but was still willing to take me on as a client because of her relationship with Sarah and the standing connection she had with Children's Law Center. Emily came into my life a few years later as I was applying to college. She did everything to make sure I succeeded, from reviewing my essays, helping me get application fees waived, even helping me move in and get my dorm room set up. My most important memories were not about Sarah or Emily fighting for me in court. It was the personal connections I made with them. It was the words that they told me outside of court that made me feel that I was more than just a foster child. They always reminded me that I was more than my status and that I could have whatever life that I wanted. Yes, being a foster youth is a part of who I am, but now I am so much more. I am a graduate student, I am a qualitative analyst, I am a sociologist. I am also an advocate for kids in foster care. I am aspiring to use my own personal journey and my experiences in care to help other kids that have been through similar experiences as myself. I want foster kids to have more positive outcomes. I am a social scientist now, and from all the research I see that they don't have positive outcomes like myself. They are pretty negative, as most of you all know, and I hope to use my skill set and my personal journey to make a difference with that. I was lucky to have Sarah and Emily fighting for me, and I am grateful that all of you are here today to support Children's Law Center. Thank you.